Hello everyone. Thanks for joining us for this brief overview of our ProphesyONE solution. This demonstration is intended to give you an inside look at how the software works and how it can help your transportation company to become more efficient. Let's get started. ProphesyONE is a managerial program that allows you to enter and maintain equipment such as drivers, tractors, trailers, and locations, as well as some light maintenance information. It also allows you a gateway into the peripheral Prophecy applications such as tax tally, driver tracks, mileage, and log auditing. Let's take a closer look at some of the files that are being used. Driver files, it allows you to add and maintain driver information. You can use company drivers and owner-operators. There is a section for expirations. These expiration fields are then shared with the driver tracks program for tracking driver compliance for license and insurances. You can see the video on the driver tracks application, which is also available. Driver profiles are also shared with our log auditing program. We manage log rule set in the employee profile, and these employees are also shared with the log program. We're giving you one centralized location for entering and managing the drivers, and they are then distributed to the additional programs that would then use those profiles. Tractor records. We allow you to enter your trucks into the system. Trucks are then shared with the fuel tax program. They are also shared with the log program as well. Basically, you put your vehicles into this main shell application and they get distributed. Notice that you can maintain fuel tax settings in the upper right hand corner, which allow you to adjust things like your fuel tax type, if they're reportable, whether or not you want to use odometer entry, whether they're active for tax tally, which is our fuel tax program. We also allow you to assign them to a tax fleet or an IRP group. So these are all settings that are managed within the vehicle profile. You also have the ability to manage maintenance. So vehicle profiles for tractors and trailers. Note the trailer record. By clicking the Include in PM button, we'll include trucks and trailers in a light maintenance package that allows you to record maintenance as well as receive alerts. We maintain a location listing. You can add and manage different location records. This allows you to trap contacts and phone numbers, keep street addresses and email addresses, all in one centralized area. This information, once set up, can be easily obtained by browsing through our resource board. So I can look at driver listing, owner-operator listings, I can look for motor carriers, I can shift gears and browse for equipment for tractors and trailers. I can then also look at a listing for shippers, for customers, bill-tos, consignees, all available to me through this resource board browser. One of the other items, which I've mentioned a couple of times already, would be the ability to set up equipment maintenance. You can set up both tractor maintenance codes as well as trailer maintenance codes. There are two types of maintenance codes within a tractor or trailer code list. One would be for a PM item. An example would be an oil change, something that you can actually track on either a mileage or date reoccurrence. Anything tracked on a mileage reoccurrence would require you to do periodic updates to the actual odometers of the vehicles themselves. In my tractor record, if I want to add, this is where the odometer would go. I'm going to start off with just 1,000 miles on my odometer. To actually add the maintenance record, I go to Maintain, Equipment Maintenance, and Tractor Maintenance. I'm going to add a new maintenance code for one of my tractors. It's going to be called an oil change. And the scheduled odometer is when I want to plan the oil change to happen. So my odometer is at 1,000 miles. I'm going to plan it to be due at 1,200. Now that I've set up the maintenance through my dispatch board, I have the ability to come in and I can look at equipment maintenance, preventative maintenance, and you can see that it will show up as enlisted. It's 200 miles until due. Also under maintain, under equipment maintenance, I have a maintenance log. The maintenance log allows me to search for scheduled maintenance. I can see scheduled maintenance by removing the date's miles. I can base it on miles, and I can say within the next, and I can set a mileage range. So if I'm looking for maintenance that's due within the next 100 miles and I apply that, you will see I will not get any results. Once I expand that to include 300 miles and I click apply, this item is now visible because it is due within the next 200 miles. It's currently at 1,000, it's planned at 1,200. If I were to double click on this record, it brings me to the actual maintenance record. This is where I go to actually complete the maintenance. The actual odometer is the odometer reading at the time the maintenance was completed. So if I was late, let's say I got it done at 1375, and I'm going to put in an actual completion date of today. I am not going to indicate any parts or labor costs, and I'm going to complete the maintenance. It tells me that the actual miles have been entered, and would I like to update the current odometer at this time? I'm going to say yes. And then it also prompts me for the next oil change. I would like it to schedule that as well. I'm going to now close this record. I'm going to refresh our log, and you will see that I now have one completed maintenance record and a second scheduled maintenance record. This now is planned for 2,575. That would be the reoccurring value of the oil change itself added to the odometer setting. So I'll show you what I'm referring to is in the tractor maintenance code every 1,200 miles. So because I completed it at 1375 plus 1,200 schedules my next one at 12,575. So it's a very useful tool. Another maintenance item that you could perform with this program would be a maintenance code for a general repair. This is not something you plan, so it is not something you would flag as include in PM. So if I do need maintenance or there is maintenance performed, I can go into my tractor, my equipment maintenance, and in my tractor maintenance list, I can add a new record and I can tell the system that truck 101 had some general repairs done. I can say that they were done on a specific date. Once again, I'll use today's date. I can also create vendors in my vendor list to show if it was done by an external vendor or otherwise it would be considered an internal repair. Parts and labor costs would give me a total. We are not able to list individual line items, hence the very general description on this maintenance code. Put in parts cost, labor costs, and an invoice number, and then I can mark this as completed. And this will now have completed and recorded a maintenance repair for that vehicle at a cost of $183. So this is a very brief overview of the ProphesyONE shell. It gives us an inside look at this product. So please do not hesitate to reach out to our team with any questions you might have. We can be reached by phone at 800-776-6706 or by email at moreinfo@mile.com. We look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.